This is Replicant Fish. Smash that like button like your ex and subscribe for future content. The world is mine. Where has she been? None of us as men know where a woman has been. We don't know how many partners she has had before us. We do not know how many men she has gone down on. We do not know how many men have come inside of her. We do not know how many men have come on her. In general, we do not know where any woman has been. Now, the reason I say this is you have to think about it like this. Women of various levels of attractiveness get offered penis many times throughout the day. And a certain time ago, women would only get that if they were out or if a man could call them. But now that they have access to the internet and mobile phones, they can get that attention anytime they want to. Anytime they choose, they can get that attention. They can get offered penis 24/7, 365 days a year. Plus, we also live in a time where it's freeing for a woman to be ultimately sexually liberated. It's freeing for a woman to have as many sexual partners as she wants to. It's freeing and popular for women to be whores nowadays. Being a whore for a woman is a normalized and celebrated thing nowadays. So think about that combination. Being offered penis constantly and being so free with her vagina that she can offer it up to as many men as she chooses to. Women like to act like men nowadays, and they think they can sleep with as many men as we sleep with women. There is a vast difference to that, but women don't see that. So you have to ask yourself, as a man, where has she been? Because we all know a woman isn't going to be fully honest about where she has been. She will say she has had this many partners. But then what percentage do you add to her original statement? Do you think I need to add a few more to this? Do you really believe what she fully tells you? Because is she just counting the men she has been in a relationship with? Or is she counting the random one-night stands? Is she counting the random encounters? Is she counting just going down on a man? Is she counting just having penis slapped in her face? Is she counting being fingered behind the chip shop? Is she counting getting anal in the alleyway? Is she counting all those extra little things? Because women are very sexual creatures. It just depends on what type of man you are and how attracted she is to you that would unleash her full levels of thirst. When a woman is at her most thirsty, she feels like she's walking in the desert, naked, with nothing to drink. But then off in the distance, there is a tall drink of man, an attractive man, and then she starts to run toward it. Her mouth is dry, but her vagina is wet. So you have to think to yourself, how many sexual partners any one woman could have in her life? Because it's not just about the 9s, the 10s, and some 8s. Because we all know they're going to get attention already anyway. I myself have been weak to the 9s, the 10s, and 8s. And 7s upwards, actually, to be more honest. That's where my weakness lies. That's where I fall and I falter. A pretty bitch with a beautiful body is hard to resist. But a lot of the times we do delve down in numbers, and a lot of us probably end up sleeping with mid-range women. Women have a wealth of penis being thrust at them at any moment in time. It's almost as if women can't fall nowadays because there is always a rock-hard penis for her to grab a hold of every time she falls. She always has a grasp on something. So at some point you have to ask yourself, how many men could she possibly have been with before I myself am ready to plunge deep into her and get busy? Think of how many men have done her in the way you yourself picture doing her. Think of how many men have banged her raw. Think of how many men are banging her raw now. Think of how many men have banged her raw at the same time. Sometimes women do like to gorge theirself on penis and choke themselves on cock. This is why you should always be aware of the woman you're with. Women are very sexually liberated nowadays. Women are naturally very promiscuous. Do not think women do not like sex as much as you do. So for a woman to be so sexual and so free nowadays, just think for yourself. How many men have been there? How many men are going there right now at the same time? How many men will go there? How many men have ran from it? There is nothing wrong in seeing things the way they are. Seeing things exactly the way they are. Women are very freeing with their sexual attitude nowadays. Women are very freeing with their vagina nowadays. They're very open with it. Always waiting for another man to plunge inside and come inside. That is what you should always bear in mind. One of my favorite rappers has a line saying, "Females who are the sexiest are always the nastiest," which is a very poignant line, and it has stayed with me for a very long time. So think about that yourself, gentlemen, when you're checking out this hot chick. Females who are the sexiest are always the nastiest. They have penis offered to them constantly, and they can pick and choose from whichever one they want to at any given time. They can sit on this one today, bounce on that one in the evening, and by the morning, she's sucking on another one. Like that pink bunny banging that drum, a woman can go on and on. So just be aware of that, gentlemen. Focus on where you're going, not where she has been. Have your fun if you want to, bust and move, but think of how many men have probably bust a move before you have. Remember that, gentlemen. Focus on your goals. Enjoy life. Be the good, decent man that you are. Just never be that simp to a woman. Understand your power, your gift. Understand your prize and your worth. Forever know this, gentlemen. The world is yours. Have a nice day.